Hey there guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another best class setup in Cold War video. Today we are taking a look at one of the weapons that I've actually been most impressed with the most recent balance changes. Now a lot of weapons did get changed, but this weapon in particular, the Groza, did actually receive a 40% increase to its maximum damage range, which is a fairly interesting change and not one that I actually thought was necessary with this thing. But now that I've played around with it, tested it a little bit, this thing absolutely goes very, very hard in this game. It actually enables us to use a little bit of a different attachment class setup than we have been previously, and it enables us to actually play the game a little bit more easily. Because I always had problems with the Groza, and now with this class setup, these most recent balance changes, I love this thing. This thing goes very, very hard in this game. Just before we do get into it here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I massively appreciate it, and it really does help me out. Of course, I know about 90% of you guys watching these videos right now are not subscribed, so if you could take the time to hit that little button for me, that would be absolutely massive. So let's just jump straight into our best Groza class setup here, because there's a little bit to talk about with this thing. There's some interesting attachment choices here. So as usual, the timestamp for this video will be on the video's loading bar, and of course in the description, so if you are looking for something specific like the Groza's attachments, make sure you do just skip to that section. We are going to start off with our sidearm here, which as usual is of course the Street Sweeper. Right now, while it is still broken, it does have that 9-meter one-shot kill on an auto shotgun. Is pretty ridiculous, so while it's still broken, we're going to use it here. Anyway, infantry V-choke in the muzzle slot for that ADS spread increase. The barrel, of course, the damage option, so we get that 9-meter one-shot kill. In the magazine slot, you want that Stanag 18 round drum mag, of course, to have the most amount of shells to fire. In the handle slot, you want that airborne elastic wrap for that aim down sight speed increase. Again, we want to be aiming down sight a lot with this thing. And then lastly, we want that no stock, of course, to increase that sprint to fire speed by 40%, which is a massive increase here. In the tactical slot, we are going with the stim shot as being able to continue a gunfight. As you do take some damage is really nice here, so that's the option we go with. In the lethal slot, we go with the Semtex, but again, any 5 of these options here, they're all fantastic. You can pretty much get away with any of these particular lethals. In the field upgrade slot, we are running the jammer here because denying that enemy information on most smaller maps is very, very powerful, but you can use pretty much whatever you do prefer. Again, a field microphone is always a good option as well. In the wildcard slot, we're going for perk grid to get 6 perks here. Is a very, very nice option in this game. Not really much else to say here. Then in the perks, we want that flak jacket and forward intel. I mean, you can take tac mask as well if you do see a lot of flashes and stuns, but I really think that forward intel is such a super powerful option for being able to see enemy respawn. You can't really go past it here. In the perk 2 slot, we're going for assassin and scavenger, meaning we get more information on our minimap and extra points on people that are marked. As well as scavenger, we replenish our ammo from people that we do kill. And in the perk 3 slot, we want Ghost and Ninja, so we move around the map without being seen or heard or anything of those lovely good things. So as for our attachments with the Groza, they're slightly different to how we normally have been running this class setup previously, and it actually allows us to move around the map more frequently and quickly, and there's a lot of better options here. The main one, of course, is the barrel. We're actually taking the GRU composite here instead of the VDV reinforced. You look at the effective damage range and the bullet velocity increases on this, and you're like, man, why is that not the best option? That should be. Like, you look at the stats here, 100 meters of damage range and 910 meters of bullet velocity. Well, you look at that and you're like, 100 meters of damage range is absolutely ridiculous. That's so excessive. And then the bullet velocity as well, 910 meters. That is nice, but it's not a massive impact here. So we don't really need this. And this actually does reduce our sprinting movement speed and of course our aim walking movement speed, which is one of the problems with this weapon. It always feels a little bit sluggish. So if you do take the GRU composite here for a 25% increase to both damage range and bullet velocity, there's no cons. This is such a good option here. We can move around the map more quickly while we are aiming down sight. And it just feels a lot more mobile here. In the muzzle slot, we are taking that Spetsnaz compensator, of course, to increase our recoil control by 12%, which is a fairly significant increase here, meaning we hit the targets way more easily with this thing. In the underbarrel slot, we're going for that Spetsnaz grip, that 7% increase to a vertical recoil control and 17% increase to our horizontal recoil control is very, very nice here for hitting those shots. The Groza does actually have a little bit of a problem with its recoil, but if you're at those medium to longer distances with this option, you should be able to hit the target way more easily here. In the handle slot, we're going for the GRU elastic wrap here for that 30% increase to our aim down sight speed, 90% to the flinch resistance, and of course aim while going prone, so you can hit some pretty nasty drop shots here. This does reduce our sprint to fire speed, of course, so in the stock slot, we want that KGB pad for that 30% increase to our sprint to fire speed and 40% increase to our aim walking movement speed, meaning we can be fairly mobile with this thing while we are aimed down sight, which is one of my big annoyances with this weapon previously. But now once we have this actual class setup put together with the barrel specifically, this really does let us go off here. So as I said, this has been one of the most impressive weapons for me as of the most recent patch, and it didn't even get changed that much. But we are just going to jump into some gameplay here and have an excellent time with this thing because I really like the Groza now. I mean, it is hard to go past using a weapon with a bear on the aim down sight. Like, that's pretty cool. But I've been actually really, really impressed with the Groza recently. I think it is a very, very cool weapon in this game. I mean, like, the iron sight on it is always one of my favorite things about this weapon. And now that it actually, like, has... we gotta go. Okay, he's gonna come around there. Oh, okay, we're good, we're good. Alright, I was actually expecting him to peek out. There's still 2 boys there. Are we serious? Oh, I got flanked, bro. I got flanked. That is unfortunate, but it's alright. But yeah, as I was saying, the 40% increase of the damage actually, like, sorry, 40% increase to the damage range actually makes quite a little bit of a difference here, but it's mostly, like, you don't really feel that extension to the damage range. What you do feel is, though, that you can actually get away with using the 25% increased barrels now without the, like, downside of having to move around the map quite slowly, which, oh boy, I should have warmed up before this. Oh man, that's the problem with most of these. Like, I should definitely warm up before I do them, but shoot, no. This is fun. We got the long range here. We got the range. That's cool. All right, we're still good. But I mean, this just feels better. Like, moving around the map with this thing just aiming down sight everywhere feels way better with this. Nope, we gotta go. Take a little bit of a defensive position. And because we do have that needle-like iron sight, we should have been able to hit that shot there, but, you know, we just couldn't pull it off. We couldn't get it done. Ah! Oh, man, not warming up is just such a good thing. Such a good thing for making good gameplay videos, man. As I was saying, this... Oh, yeah, good. Just peek out in the middle of the street. This weapon does have a little bit of recoil. Like, you can see when you do fire this thing, it is a little inconsistent. It moves left to right slightly, and that can be sort of accentuated at those longer distances. But, I mean, once you do sort of learn, you do practice with this thing a little... Wait, come back here. You do practice with this thing for a little while, you do start to learn it, you do start to move in time with it, and it actually starts working quite... Whoa, that timing is not very good. Oh, man. This is one of my best gameplay videos ever, I think. We've gotten, like, what, 2? Yeah, why would you stand up? Why would you stand up, dude? God. Ah, man, and it is not happening for me today. It is not happening. But don't let that take away from this class setup, because this thing actually goes hard now. Trust me. Trust me. I'm not doing a very good job of describing it or showing it off here, but this thing goes hard now. Moving here with the shotgun. Wait. They may have actually changed this. I was bigging this up and they may have actually changed it back. I'm not sure. I know there was a little patch last night where they did change the KSP, which was very annoying. They actually, like, changed the burst delay buff that they gave it, and they were like, nah, that's too much. But maybe they also changed the one-shot kill on this? Check that in there. That's not going to kill him. A little unfortunate. Oh, yeah, good on you, man. Good. Yep. Oh, we got saved. Nice work, teammate. There's also, you getting very fast aim down sight speed with this thing. It's... Oh, come on, man. Just... There's a lot to like about the Groza now, and that's good. Okay. Again, this is one of those weapons we are a little short of ammunition, and we would always like to run a magazine on these weapons, but sometimes you just can't fit them in along with the other attachments that you want to run, so it's one of those things where you make do with 30 rounds. Oh, that was a nice little flick that wasn't rewarded. I'm getting punished for not warming up, and that normally doesn't happen. That's kind of... Ooh, this is a little unusual. I actually think they nerfed the one-shot kill on this thing. I actually think they fixed it. Wow, what an excellent game company that Activision has turned into very recently for some reason. They're like, no, you know what's broken? Half the shit in our game. Let's fix it. Oh man, I still haven't changed my kill streaks back from when they did, like, mess them up, and my class setups, they like basically took everything away from me. Oh man, here's shots, dude. Trust me, I swear, this thing is good. Like, this thing is actually, like, really good. Shouldn't have given away the high ground like that. Nah, we're just gonna go around this way. A little bit better. A little bit better of a shot. Nah, up close. Not hitting the shots. Not happening. Oh, come on. Oh, what are we 19 and 10, which is, like, okay. It's not, like, good or anything, but I swear this thing is way better than I'm showing it off to be right now. I'm just not playing very well. If you don't believe me this class is good, throw it together for yourself and actually try it out, because this thing feels way better than it used to, even though the only increases that actually occurred to it were a bit of a damage range increase, but it feels different. Like, the bullets hit harder at those medium to longer distances. It just feels better. Plus, with the barrel changes, you don't move around the map as slowly as we have done previously. I mean, this was a terrible... Yes, alright. This is a terrible game. Amen. Oh, that was... Oh, what a meme. I don't think anything went right in that gameplay. I think pretty much everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong, so... I guess we'll have our final thoughts on this, and I have to do some explaining, because this thing actually goes hard, but didn't look like it there. So based on that absolutely junk gameplay, you're probably thinking that this class is absolutely terrible, but trust me, where have I ever lied to you and steered you wrong before? Try the Groza out again, man. It's got that extra damage range, plus you can get away with using a slightly different barrel. You move around the map more quickly while you are aimed down sight. That 40% increase to your damage range is actually quite significant too. Like, you do a lot more damage at those medium distances. It feels really, really good with this weapon, so trust me, try this out. You will not regret it. I promise you, this thing actually slaps. Just forgive the gameplay, Jesus. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this one. I do massively appreciate it, of course. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on, because I know about 90% of you guys watching this video are not subscribed, and it does really help me out. I like seeing those numbers go up. It means an awful lot to me for this community to grow. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye!